Good morning. Today's my big day. And since yesterday, I had to fix my bangs. Oh, long time. Keep forgetting when you look in the mirror, everything's on the opposite side. But I'm sending a message out to Donald Trump because this is a matter that calls for Washington to get involved with this corruption that's going on in Massachusetts and the attack on the Massachusetts people, that these officials that are elected are corrupt. And where's the FBI? Um, let me go ahead and tell you why I asked this question. I want y'all to. I'm going to try to show you this and let y'all hear it for yourself. Okay, this is called the housing market crisis. Okay, this is why they keeping you from your rights, not only your constitutional rights, but your civil rights. And the debt that's occurring in Massachusetts is draining the taxpayers' dollars. This is all government officials in Massachusetts. It's corrupt. Okay. Now, I played this on my post yesterday as I was doing a live, but I'm going to let you know what this gentleman looks like by playing this and putting my phone where you can see him.
On top of that, as we talked about, hurting, both, the, let's say the big players in the game and the smaller players, the fact is, it's causing the housing market to get substantially less affordable at a time where, and I know people want to debate me on this about needing more housing. Let me just set the record straight. It's single-family homes, right? Yes. It's single-family homes that we are in a drought, right? Because they come on the market and they get scooped up instantaneously. Well, condos, different story. Places like Cambridge want to completely outlaw new single-family construction. Right. But what I'm saying is, like, the more of these mandates and this and this and this, it's just getting so much harder. Like, imagine the stuff that you're building today. Right? Let's say you're building something today, and the cost is $1 million or $800,000 or $900,000. I mean, 3 or 4 years down the road, not only is it going to get more expensive to build the same unit, but if you were to sell that, it's also going to be super expensive as well because it has all this flashy EV stuff, right?
I'm gonna go ahead and stop that for a minute. This guy, he's on Massachusetts behind. And I appreciate him sticking his neck out like this to make people aware. Now, you can't go after the government for mistreating you here because this governor, Mari Haley, is making money off of us. And she's kicking us to the curb by blocking every defense that you could have against this kind of corruption. Okay. I reported this incident of mine to the FBI in violation of my civil rights and my constitutional rights. They're nowhere to be found. I don't know if they're doing a silent investigation into this, but this is enough news and headline for them to be involved. So I'm calling on the president of the United States to turn this state red, because and asking the residents, because the Democrats are screwing us over. Everything in the dark is going to come to light. This governor got some answers to answer for in my case. And why I'm in this condition that I am, because and the mayor's involved in this too, because this is a sanctuary state. And they are blocking ICE from doing their job because it's going to interfere, especially with the governor. I can't say the mayor's involved in this, but the fact that she is the mayor, and they're hindering ISIS from stopping this kind of corruption, is what I fought for her for. Okay, the stuff they're doing behind the walls. The governor, I don't know what to say about her, Miss Haley. She's a woman too. And most of the single families, especially in, I don't know how to say this, being black and brown people and poor whites and homeless, it's basically the people and the veterans that are suffering. Okay. You got money, you can afford. Massachusetts is a very high state. Now, when I moved in this building, my rent was $2,700 a month. And I've been here 11 years. My rent now is over $3,000. They ain't painting in here. They ain't replaced these old cabinets. They ain't replaced but one item in here I asked them for and it was the stove. Because they should be coming in here and rebuilding up these apartments, but they're fleecing the government, and they're not putting any money into their property. See, I don't know why Boston Housing Authority is allowing these rate rise increase on our backs when they're doing this kind of corruption. Why are they housing us in these kind of buildings that do racial discrimination? Because most of the people in Boston Housing Authority are minorities. And the fact that homeless ain't got no homes, and these people could come right in here and be set up, that's criminal, and it's a slap in our faces. There are mounds and mounds and mounds of homeless people downtown. Everywhere you go. And they do nothing for them. So I would like some supporters, and if you don't agree with this, make your comments to this. Because like they said, this gentleman said, it's Massachusetts that's putting down the blueprint. And this might be coming to your state because the government is corrupt. So I'm asking on Donald Trump to, I don't know if he overtold the mayors in them decision, but I want the Massachusetts residents to rally around Trump's decision because of what's going on. To this not to be a sanctuary state, because it's criminalizing, it's causing criminal acts against legal citizens, veterans, elderly, people with families, so they can line their pockets and put you underneath the mat. You can't even protect yourself from this kind of outrage. Shmara, the government got it where you can't take these people to court. That's why they closed my case in MCAD. After I pinpointed them, I said, look, if the owners fired them for this reason, that's why NAACP wouldn't give me my appeal. Even the governor had called. I said, they didn't, when I was contacting her office, I said, they didn't give me my appeal. She ordered them to give me an appeal. But then when they found out it was me, I still ain't got my appeal. This is lawlessness. This is corruption. And every official in Boston that you try to, that's why the senators are telling me, we can't get involved, we can't get involved, we can't get involved. Then give up the job. give up the job. You know, if you cannot protect the citizens that elect you, and you're giving those benefits to people that just can run to this state today, go to a shelter, and they house these people, and they pay them $10,000. Where is the justice in that? This is no longer, I said it before, this is why God be talking to me, because he warned me about this. That's why I posted, this is a Democratic state camouflaged, and a Democrat to steal your votes. To steal your votes. You know? And they're not honoring any of their promises. And I'm ashamed of the senators here. And I contacted the legislator. These people don't respond back to you. Why? Is my life and our life not as important? Why are you making us sacrifice our struggle and you're giving those benefits to somebody that don't even belong here? I sympathize with these people. I know they're running from stuff there and they came here. But they should now know what their fear and what they're running from is devastating us. So I have to be on the side of us. And I do feel for them, but there was an opportunity for everybody to apply the right way. Now I understand where President Trump was coming from. And hearing all of this has changed me. This is not a blue state. This is not a blue state. And in the beginning, it was a Republican state. So I'm asking all my residents of Massachusetts, if y'all don't agree with this, election is here. We got the mayor election and the governor's election coming up. They need to be a one-time person. And then we need a government in here that's going to reverse this stuff. Give the government money that Washington sends to this state to help the people. Where is that $483 million that they pleaded for the government, and the government's up there shaking a hand? This was when Kamala Harris was here. See, she's standing up with the governor and they shaking hands and all that stuff. And Biden was president. They back in this corruption because Massachusetts has fooled them too. And they were, when Kamala Harris, they was thinking about the housing. They didn't know this woman was taking our money and building motels with it to house illegal immigrants. And then these hotels where our veterans are staying because they don't have roofs over their heads, some of them, they got to pay nightly to stay. They fought for this country. And this is the respect they get. Miss Haley, you shouldn't have done me the way you did me. See, because now I'm an advocate against you. And I'm going to stay on this just like this man is staying on y'all behind. Come at me if you want to, but I ain't going easy. Okay. I know what y'all can do because I've seen the murder, the non-alive. racism and the police corruption that you're allowing. What happened to Miss Warren when she was running for trying to get a seat at the presidency? She was against police corruption. That was going to be one of her focus. She ain't done shit but talk. When I went to her and I got emails from her office saying can't get involved. But why, if your senators here and we elect you in the office, we voted you in. You're there because of our votes, but now you're saying your votes don't mean shit because there's a money train here. We can make some money. I ain't accusing her of it, but I'm putting it out there that this is I don't know how many pockets will be aligned, but the fact that you have no defense against this, it has destroyed my health. It has destroyed my belief in America. Why are they doing this? What have they come out? I challenge them to come out and say what they have done for their own citizens and residents here in Massachusetts. You know, years ago when they ran, they used to come out and say, I'm against this. If I get elected, I'm going to make sure this happens, this happens, this happens. There's no accountability. And for the people that you elect say they can't do shit for you, give up the job, give up the seat. Because somebody needs to be in there that can. See, they open a can of worms with me because I'm disgusted with them. They're inhuman. That's why I'm saying, damn, a dog got more rights than I do. Animals in Massachusetts. The raccoons are more protected than you are. And they won't give you a voice to protest on it. Yeah, like this man said, the shelters are going down. And they're making that number look good. Like, hey, we're housing people here. I'm going to go down. I got to be in town today. May take a trip down there because the sun is shining. But I'm going to show you the condition of the housing people if my phone will allow me. Because I got no storage on this phone. But I can correct that. So look for it. I'm going to take a tour around the homeless. These people can't even shield themselves from the sun. They won't let them put up a tent. And there was a law here. Okay, look at Nala. Nala stand by me. Look at Nala. Her eyes are gold. You see it? Say hi, Nala. Hi. And she got those mitten hands. My babies are they so comforting to me. Hi, sweetie. You good kid. Yeah. And the sisters around here, I watched these cats be born. And this company that I live under took me to court to try to get rid of my pets by saying I wasn't allowed to have pets. And I didn't get permission, and that was a lie. And they got away with that too. But when we went to court, yeah, they ordered me to go get a doctor's letter giving me permission to have pets now. And everybody, this one dude in here got 3 dogs, and they're only allowed 2. And I took pictures of the dogs, the little tiny dogs, but and they said no huge dogs. I tried to get a picture of my neighbor's dog over here. But when they really meant huge dogs, they were really talking about Rottweilers and pit bulls. Because pit bulls are not that tall. This guy dog. So when I brought my dog in here, they told me that, yeah, you can have pets, but no big dogs. See, they don't want to come out and stereotype the dogs. So when you say big dogs, why these people got these huge dogs? And he's a friendly dog, you know, he likes it. But this dog can knock you down. That's how big it is. And some of these people in this building don't even put their dogs on leashes. This guy does. They pass around the leashes that make sure your dogs are on leashes. And during this extermination, it was so rude because they were supposed to also secure my pets. That's in a court order. So I can't take my cats out in the hallway with me, with people walking through with dogs. That puts my cats in danger. So I had to leave my pets in my apartment while they spray. Yes, you heard me right. You heard me right. This is an ugly state, y'all. It's something it needs to be. What did Jack Nicholson said? Remember in the Batman movie? This state needs an enema. Massachusetts needs an enema. They need to be accountable for what they're doing. See, they went after the black woman, the FBI. Where are you now? I hope they're investigating this. These people need to be taken out of office immediately and temporarily replaced by somebody that's going to unravel and undo this so that the American citizens and our veterans and everybody can get safe residency. And I think that they should give them military men them $10,000 a month that they give it to non-residents. I want ICE to come here. This is a decision that should be the citizens' decision and not our elected officials when it's robbing us. All of these places that we could go to get help, we can't get the funds. Where is the protection against evictions if you owe money and you go to court for an eviction and they gave us $483 million 2 years ago? No one should have to live with this devastation, this democracy here in Massachusetts. First chance I get, they can have this state. They can have it. Because anytime you take the money that hardworking people work for, that fall under the what do they call it? You know, you live and protect a check. You know, trying to feed your family. And the stuff that's going on now with the high prices and all of this stuff, it's like taking from Paul to feed Peter, or how it is. And they're basically saying they don't give a damn. What about our children? What about these women out here with their little babies? Now, these people are running from corruption in their country, only to come here and get treated like princes and princesses under their kingdom because they're rolling out the red carpet for them in Massachusetts. And if you're a resident of the United States, I want ICE to come here, because what they're doing to us, get rid of that problem and put these people in here that belong here, because then we might have to run out of here going someplace because they're giving South America the benefits that they should be giving American people. Camouflaging and then blaming us for having this attitude trying to shame us and make us feel guilty and tell us we're heartless if you don't agree with this. Yeah, I'm heartless. Governor Haley, because you're heartless against the citizens that voted for you. You're getting paid a paycheck to take the government money that Washington gives us and use it to line your own pocket. I hope you have a good night rest. Everything that you corrupted with the American money, I hope they go in there and take it back from you and destroy this corruption that you're doing. That's why I'm pleading to Donald Trump, President Donald Trump, to come in here in Massachusetts and turn this state red, because these elected Democrats, maybe this is why she didn't get in office. See, God works in mysterious ways, don't he? Certain things need to happen to elect change. Certain things need to be done to elect change. And I got to get ready to go to court, so I don't want to get too involved in this. I just wanted to really show this man's video because time could go by very quickly, and 20 minutes has already gone by, 26 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and end this and go ahead and continue to get ready because I got my paperwork. But it had been better for Massachusetts to let their residents fight for their rights. And now the ball is coming down on them and they're being exposed. This is why you can't go after the police department. This was before Donald Trump put this in here. Why would she block a police accountability? This is why they were able to get away with the murders of that state trooper, the cadet, and forced this black Haitian guy out of kicked him out of the state police. So there are a lot, and you should see the headlines. Y'all can Google them about them selling drugs, rape, murder. And it says the FBI has been on the state police behind before. She's allowing them to commit crimes against its citizens and not allowing the news to go in there and talk to, like this academy, they won't even explain anything to the news. We have not heard nothing since this kid was killed. This young man was killed, unalived, by the hands of the police. Yeah, you're right, the hands of the police. So they are oppressing Massachusetts residents. And they're using this opportunity to line their pockets with taxpayers' dollars. And they're saying, we're a sanctuary state. Come, we're going to take you in, come. And when these non-sanctuary states, they run from there because ISIS is going up in there. They run here in New York. Most of the population of them are here in Boston and New York. I can't speak on the state of New York, but they are going after Massachusetts. I like to see this guy in office. I like to make him a governor. He should run for governor because he is not going to. We need people that are not going to allow the fleecing of its residents. They're never going to put you on a guilt trip, saying you are heartless if you don't take in these people. We have to do something for them. If you disagree, then, where's your heart at? I've been talking so much. No, the question is, where's your heart at? See, they want to put it all on you. That's what I'm going through. And I haven't heard from the that company that got the 3 initials regarding my situation. Starts with an F, starts with a B, starts with an I. You know that group. So you don't hear from me. You know what's going on. This is why I've been asking y'all for y'all help. This is why I'm putting my story out here, because somebody has to tell the story. Because if you disappear, and I posted what that lady said, and the police corruption and all of that. My posts can't. And I showed y'all some of my evidence. Y'all, let me go. I'll talk to y'all later. Love y'all. Have a blessed day. And Massachusetts residency. Residents. We need to start writing our governor and mayor and our senators and our legislator here and ask them why are they doing this to us. Every dime that they've made should be confiscated. Every $10,000 monthly income should be taken out of their personal accounts and put back in the budget for where the money, the government, the United States is sending the money. It should go to those people. That's why I'm asking Washington to get involved in this. And I know this is right up Mr. Trump's alley. Now he has a reason to come in here and dethrone America of these people that are running this state because they're fleecing it and making the people suffer. As a president, this is your job to protect the citizens. We need protection. That's a hardcore fact. This man said what they're doing is criminal. Where is the handcuffs? That's all I want to say for now. And as long as I'm alive, I'm dead, I'm going to keep speaking on this. Because I'm going to expose these people for what they're doing. It's heartbreaking to watch all those homeless people out there. And then you wonder why some of them are addicts and stuff like that, you know. They got no shelter. They can't get up on their feet without help. They should be taking that money and using it to try to straighten out these people's lives. Bye, y'all. It's too depressing to talk about. It's too disgusting to talk about. Thank you for listening.